Good time zones, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Texas Motor Speedway for round number 12 of the Racers Elite Tuesday Night Truck Series, where the pressure has officially cranked itself into a very uncomfortable level. With the championship fight reaching its boiling point, every lap here tonight matters. Ladies and gentlemen, to call all the action, I am Mike Taylor up here in the booth, along with the one, the only, Andrew Teft, and the man behind the beautiful cams that you get to experience here today is going to be Christian Hill. You guys, whoever leaves Fort Worth here tonight will, on top of the point standings, will flip the page into the final week of the schedule, and they will have the biggest shot at claiming the championship next week in the season finale right at Chicagoland. So we are very excited to get there and to see, who is going to take over Racers Elite here in the trucks. But first, we do have to get past tonight. Tonight, these drivers will take on the high-speed 1.5 mile tri-oval of Texas Motor Speedway. While it may look like your standard intermediate track, ladies and gentlemen, the personality has completely changed. Both corners on both ends are not identical. Turns 1 is a little bit more tighter, flatter, where turns 3 and 4, it's more open and faster. So tonight is going to absolutely demand a lot of patience, throttle control, and a cool head to get through tonight. Now, let's focus on to the standings. The standings is extremely close here, ladies and gentlemen. Blair Holloman came out last week and dominated. That put Troy Thomas back to third after Sean, I believe he finished second last week. So that just totally flipped the whole entire transcript of the point standings, with Blair Holloman with having 2,101 points, Sean Dunaway with 2,099 points, only 3 points back, and then just 5 points back from Dunaway, you have Troy Thomas. But if you look all the way back to that 7th spot of Patrick Millett, they are still in reaching grasp of, contending possibly for the championship, depending on how their races go tonight. But you guys, this is going to be absolutely epic when it comes to these final 2 races. Andrew, I know you've been down on the track today. How's the track feeling, and what can we expect for field mileage today?
It's pretty fast out there, a lot of on throttle time. Turns 1 and 2 is pretty tight as normal, but 3 and 4 it feels wide open. It almost feels like half the track is a straightaway, like from off of turn 2 all the way back into turn 1 just feels like one big straightaway because you're full throttle the whole time. So it's going to be a lot of fun. And we can do about 32 laps on fuel.
32 laps, and we're coming here for 105 laps around this track. So we're looking at 3 pit stops. So I think it's going to boil down once again to Andrew is, what are you going to do on that final pit stop? Are you going to do 2 tires or 4? What are your thoughts on that as we're getting ready to close out our qualifying session?
I think we'll see a mix of strategy. It kind of depends if we get a race that goes green, or if it doesn't, we've got some yellows. But if it goes green and you split it even, pitting 3 times, you're going to come in about every 26, 27 laps. And I think these guys, if they're smart, they could 2-stop it. It'll be a little bit slower because this track has so much on throttle time, but might see some guys go that route also. And if the person that you're chasing in the championship standings is doing one thing, maybe your best bet is to do the other to try to gain some points.
Yeah, definitely. And I am taking a look back here at the previous race here. which was back in, I believe it was July of last year, and you brought it home. So tonight somebody else will get to hoist the trophy at the end of this race. But you know, who are you keeping your eye on for this race to take home the win?
Truth Hook, I can't even say it. It's hard to say. It looked pretty fast in practice. Looks like Jordan Sailors is back on the top for qualifying. Man, it's tough. Kensley's out there tonight. I know he missed a couple races with the flu, but I think I'm going to go with Kensley tonight.
Yeah, Kensley Smith definitely always a good eye to to watch. And Jordan Sailors, he had troubles last week, but he's looking to bounce back this week as we are getting ready to roll these cars off the grid or off the pit road up into the turns here. So let's go ahead and go to our starting lineup. Starting on the pole, Jordan Sailors will go 2 for 2 the last couple of weeks here, and Blair Holloman will join him on the outside in his AC Delco machine. Kensley Smith on the inside of row number 2 along with Sean Dunaway. Row number 3, Truth Hoke and Barry Nelson to his outside. Troy Thomas and Stephen Luttrell will make up row number 4. Row 5, Kyle Hess and Philip Archibald will make up row 5. Row 6, Frank Chavez and Kirby Wainscott. Row number 7, you've got Alex Gates and Brandon Sanfilippo. Row number 8, Jonathan Stidham and Aaron Roth to his outside. Row number 9, we've got Alan Wild and Alex Teft. Row number 10, Chris Gotzel and Patrick Millett. And rounding out your field, you got Timothy Eisburn and Mikey Allen to his outside back in that 11th row. Just all around, I believe we're going to have a phenomenal race here tonight. This is definitely a racer's race for sure. When it got reconfigured, I was so against it, Andrew. I was like, the racing ain't going to be good. But let me tell you what, it is an absolute blast to drive. Let's go ahead and take a look here at our race analysis for the evening. The race today is going to be 105 laps. These guys do have 5 sets of tires available to them. 65% fuel as normal, 1 fast repair available to them, and 3 Green-White-Checkers if we need them. The temperature outside is 72 degrees, but the track is only 74, so it's not that hot of a track. So we're going to definitely see a lot of good grip out of these race trucks here tonight. It is partly cloudy with 2-mile-per-hour winds to the south with a humidity of 93%. So I think we're going to see a lot of good grip out here tonight as we're getting ready to go green. Pace truck getting ready to pull off to let these guys loose here at Texas Motor Speedway. Jordan Sailors, Blair Holloman will bring the field to the green flag. And we are green for round number 12 here for the Racers Elite Truck Series right here on the Racers Elite Network. And your leaders are now running side by side heading down into turn number 1. Blair Holloman holding strong to the outside. Slowly trying to make a run here around. Oh, we got one sideways. That's Kensley Smith looking to go 3 wide for first place. Not able to do anything with it. As we see right behind them, Truth Hope and Jordan Sailor are starting to fall back there. But they are still running side by side here as we complete lap number 1. Still side by side here for that 3rd spot. Jordan Sailor's in the 39 trying to make something happen on the outside. But Truth Hope, he's still trying to pull forward here as he gained one spot there on the first lap. But he will go ahead and just get down the line in front of Sean Dunaway as they come out of turn number 4, still single foul throughout most of this field here.
Frank Chavez got a little out of shape in the back, but looks like he's gathered it back up here.
Yeah, Frank Chavez, he is holding on right now to that 14th spot right there in front of Wayne Scott. And Stidham, he's looking now to the outside of Wayne Scott to take over that spot as we continue to watch your top 4 here circle around this beautiful circuit. And right now, everybody's pretty much single file throughout the field. No real racing going on at the moment. It's just absolutely amazing to see the different lines through 1 and 2 now, with it being more flat and more wider, I would say. It's really phenomenal to see the different lines that these drivers can take now.
I think the bottom has more just raw speed, but you can really hold somebody up on the top. It's tough to complete the pass down there.
Definitely, as we see Kensley Smith actually making a pass on the outside here on Jordan Sailors. No, Jordan Sailors. I'm sorry. Jordan was trying to get around Kensley there. But Blair Holloman, he is out front as we ride on board here with Jordan Sailors, and this is exactly what Blair Holloman needs to do here if he wants to really make sure he can secure the championship next week. You know, he wants to be out there leading the most laps, leading the lap, which he obviously already has. And he also is looking for that fastest lap as well to get an extra bonus point. So definitely Blair has a lot on the line here tonight at Texas. So as this race goes on, it's going to be very interesting to see how this all will play out. As we move a little bit further back here through the field, we see Kyle Hess in that number 86 machine trying to get on the inside of San Filippo in that number 12. As they are running side by side right behind Barry Nelson there in that number 28 for the 8th spot. San Filippo trying to work that outside lane, trying to make it work. But it's just not getting enough speed around the outside there. But you get a good rocket ship push out of that corner though, as you see there with San Filippo almost fully clearing Barry Nelson there. And he will take it here at 3 and 4. You know, Brendan Sanfilippo, he's been one that I have been watching throughout this season. And as a driver, honestly, I believe he's probably one of the drivers that we have seen grow the most. Since we've gone green flag, he's already moved up 6 spots. So, I mean, Sanfilippo, I think he's come a long way since the start of the season. It's been a pleasure watching him grow.
He's been very strong as of late.
Yeah, now he's got his eyes set on Troy Thomas in that number 88 machine directly in front of him. Troy currently sitting in that 3rd spot in the championship. A little looseness there out of Sanfilippo on the exit of 2. And that's going to bring Nelson right back to his back bumper heading into 3. As we ride on board, taking a look at that beautiful driver right there. As we ride on board now here with Barry Nelson in that number 28 machine, trying to get to the back bumper. And just look at that raw speed that they get out of turn 2 from the outside lane. He's not able to fully get to his back bumper, but he gets a decent run out of turn 2 there.
Yeah, the side draft's really powerful, especially in 1 and 2. I do think the guys up top start to push after a while, and if you can get a nice straight launch from the bottom of 2, you can get them eventually. But we're about a third of the way into this run, so still got some tire wear to transpire.
Oh yeah, tire wear I think is going to turn into a big factor here for sure. This last time by, Kensley Smith almost had a run on your race leader, but he's fallen back a few car length sets as we continue to ride on board here with Nelson, as he's got a couple people now passing him, including the 88 there of Troy Thomas. And now here comes Kyle Hess as well, getting around Nelson.
Yeah, this end of the track is so fast and so full throttle that if you're on the outside, it's really just longer. There's no real advantage out there. And I think at that point the trucks are just moving so fast or something that the side draft just isn't as effective on that end, it feels like.
Yeah, definitely. As we continue to see Barry Nelson try to make something on Kyle Hess here out of turn number 4, but not able to do anything yet. But here comes Philip Archibald in that number 99 machine. He's starting to make some noise on the back bumper here of Barry Nelson. But that time he actually fell back about 5 car lengths. But man, he is getting a big run down to the back straightaway. Now he's just within a truck length from the back bumper of Nelson.
We just had an intense block from the 39 on the 01 up front. Holy cow. Jordan does not want to give up that spot.
No. He definitely does not.
Starting to see a gap form in front of Jordan, so he's obviously starting to hold these guys up. But yeah, he was all the way down to the white line there a couple of seconds ago.
Yeah, there's definitely that gap has grown. There's now just about a 1 second separation between Truth Hope and Jordan Sailors. So these guys behind Sailors, they're going to have to try to do something to get around Sailors, or else that top 3 are just going to absolutely start to pull away here. As you see Luttrell making a run on the inside of Dunaway. They're going to go 2 wide down the back straightaway. So now Dunaway, he's stuck on the outside here. He's going to drop back just a little bit here. But here comes the 88s and the 12 machine. Now they're going to go 3 wide here in the front straightaway. Troy Thomas gets a little bit sideways on the exit of turn 4. That's going to drop him back to the end of this line here, back to the 10th spot. But here comes Brandon Sanfilippo to the outside of Dunaway. And he's going to get a massive run down the back straightaway. And he's going to look to try to go on the inside of Luttrell here as well. Side by side now for that 5th spot. Steven Luttrell's trying to get around Brandon Sanfilippo. Not able to do anything with it, but here comes Hess to the outside of Dunaway now. And that's number 86 Hess machine. I think this is the most action that we have seen on tracks. That's probably right around lap 10.
I've seen Jordan turn himself across a lot of noses this season. I'm just worried he's going to do it again. This is it's early. I would just let these guys go and ride.
Yeah, definitely. And I mean, the camera kind of got a glimpse there. I mean, he kind of ran that 36 machine down to the white line heading into turn 3. So he's definitely playing defense hard, and we know he's fast.
We're arguing over 4th, 20 laps into a race. Just, and the guys in front of you are getting away, so it doesn't make sense for him either. That's what I'm getting at. Because if he'd let these guys go, they could draft up there together and maybe pass those 3 other cars up front. But sometimes you just got to race smarter.
Yeah, definitely. As Sailors, he's going to head back to that middle lane. As you see Hess trying to go on the inside of that 12 of Sanfilippo. But Sanfilippo, he's going to try to run around the outside here. Not going to get anything with it this time. So he's going to have to try again on the back straightaway. But right behind them, they're going to run side by side as Archibald goes way up the track. And he's now working around the outside of Dunaway. That 12 machine got a big run. He had to do a quick swerve. And the 39, no comments on that.
Yeah, eventually he's going to do it to the wrong person the wrong number of times, and he's going to get wrecked and wind up in 22nd instead of just losing a spot and going to 5th.
Yeah.
Hate to call it like that, but it doesn't make sense.
Yeah, that's definitely one of the hardest things about, being a commentator is you got to call the race as you see it. And I mean, unfortunately, when you see a driver do the same thing over and over, and it's definitely the dumb move, it gets to a point where you kind of got to bite your tongue a little bit, but like at the same time, go like, come on, man, what are you doing?
Yep.
Oh, there he goes. And he's up in the air.
Upside down instead of just losing a spot, 5th or 6th, but I'm going to keep my thoughts to myself.
Brandon Sanfilippo. I feel bad for him because he will end up possibly getting the EOL for this. But at the end of the day, I mean, you only can block a guy so much. And unfortunately, that's exactly what we saw there.
There's a lot of give and take in this league. There's just no need for it.
Yeah.
Most of the time, if you let these guys go, they're going to remember it. And when you're in a similar situation, let you go back. And I think I just said that the longest way possible, but you guys know what I mean.
Yeah. Yeah, it just kind of reminds me of Brad Keselowski flipping over in actually, I think was it Texas? Or was it in Atlanta? I don't remember which one. I think it was Texas though. But that's what it kind of reminded me of when Carl Edwards turned Brad, and Brad went up airborne here, and just riding on board here. Yeah, Brandon he did kind of go up there on this one, so I can't really say too much on this one after watching the replay.
The way I look at this is they're pack racing. It's one pack chasing down the other. Everybody's grouped together, so
yeah.
Whichever way you can arrange yourselves to make your pack the fastest or run down the other one, that's where I want to be. If I've got to give up a couple spots to do that, then so be it.
Oh, what a view from Kyle Hess there. Man, very unfortunate there for Kyle Hess in that 86 to get involved in that. But everybody's down pit road looking for fresh tires and fuel here. And
this is a 4-tire stop, no brainer.
Yep. And we just got word from our race officials, Brandon Sanfilippo, he will get a EOL for causing this incident.
These guys are going to be careful exiting pit road. I'm not sure if they'll get a pit exit violation hitting that white line.
I want to say you will.
Saw quite a number of guys out there. Maybe.
Yeah, everybody looks good at the moment.
It's not always clear exactly where that limit is, but kind of scared me for a sec.
Let's take a look here. I also just got word that Alex Gates, he has had some sort of mechanical failure on his race truck, so that team has loaded it up into the hauler for the day. Alright, we're going to stack them up. We're going to do this all over again, but this time it's going to be Blair Holloman and Kensley Smith to the outside, and coming here through turns 1 and 2, I don't know what lane I would want, because both lanes are wicked fast.
Here, I think I want the top as the control car and just try to hang on to the other guy through 1 and 2, because I do think he'll get a run big enough down the backstretch to clear the guy. But we'll see. I could be wrong.
Yeah, definitely be very interesting to see how this all goes down here at Texas as they hit up over into turns 3 and 4 now. Just what beautiful views here from this camera in turn 3.
I don't think we're in any kind of fuel window. If anything, it's worse for that sort of strategy. So, still gonna need 2 stops.
Yeah, for sure. And we are green flag here once again. Blair Holloman out to a very quick lead here. And Truth Hope, he was able to actually clear Kesley Smith heading in turn 1. And here comes Luttrell going on the inside of Truth Hope. And he will get him cleared for the second spot. Stephen Luttrell going from 4th, or maybe even 5th, all the way up to 2nd on that restart. What an incredible restart there for Stephen, as they will come out in turn number 4. Kesley Smith gets up into that wall just a little bit, as he's continuing to fall back here, as your front, about 4 or 5 now, single file, and Archibald was able to get around Kesley Smith as well. But right now, Stephen Luttrell holding strong in that second spot. He's not really letting Blair Holloman get away, so I think he'll be all right as long as he can stay in his draft. I think he'll be okay.
Yeah, Steve's been real hot lately. There's our snowball derby winner. Can't say that either. But we've got some Steve fans in the comments tonight.
Yes, we do. We always have William Luttrell in chat. Will, how you doing, buddy? Welcome in. As we have a very good battle going on back here between Kesley Smith and Philip Archibald for that 4th spot. And it looks like Kesley Smith, he's going to be the one to overtake it. As we're taking a look here, Sean Dunaway getting an incredible run in that Hello Kitty machine. Not able to do anything with it. He's going to back out just a little bit here in 3 and 4. And he's possibly going to try to set up for another run coming out of turn 2. Because it seems like turn 2 is where you get the best runs at. And of course, as I say that, here comes Kyle Hess proving me wrong, heading down into turn 1. But just look at the speed that Dunaway has down the back straightaway from that high side. It's just incredible. Dunaway now working on the outside here of Archibald, as they will run side by side here on the front straightaway. Dunaway gets clear. Here comes Hess now looking to the outside as well. Hess will have that momentum through turns 1 and 2. They're now side by side, door to door. And Hess will go ahead and take over that spot as well from Philip Archibald. And Archibald, he will quickly try to break it off from Alex Teft. But Teft will get on the inside of Archibald heading into turn number 3 and 4. And they will drag race down the front straightaway. Archibald really struggling right now on this run. He was strong in the first little bit of a run that we had there, but he seems like he's having a lot of trouble trying to move forward now. Oh, we got Barry Nelson hard into the outside wall.
Lucky this one's not real. That looks like it would hurt. Holy cow.
Yeah. Definitely looked like it hurt. Yeah, he looked like he just tried to come back down to a spot that wasn't open, and man, what a hard hit to the outside wall there. Again, thank God that this is not real because man, that was a really nasty hit.
I saw something similar the lap prior with the 39, and he's just not up the track enough for that situation, or he needs to defend better going in.
Yeah. And looking at here at the Patriot logo, congratulations to the Patriots, making it to the Super Bowl again. Yeah, baby. Sorry. I gotta keep my Patriot self to myself. And to be perfectly clear, I was a Patriot fan during the Bledsoe era, just to be clear.
Talking about more snow here. Guess we're lucky they're not playing here.
Right? Yes. I was actually just getting ready to say that. Christian just mentioned, the snow over at Bowman Gray. It's pretty bad at the moment. So Bowman Gray and NASCAR are trying real hard to get that track ready for what, Sunday? Yeah. So I mean, it's gonna be very interesting to see if they can get it in, and if they do, I'm going to be very impressed. You know what? Let's just get the NASCAR drivers snowmobiles, and they can run around like that. I mean, they do the snowmobile 500. I mean, up in Wisconsin.
Out for a nice race. I always thought the snowball derby should have real snow. But maybe that's just the New Englander in me.
Yeah, Michigan. They do it. It's called the International 500 Snowmobile Race, and they run on like a half-mile track or something like that. Yeah, definitely.
I guess Blair selected the bottom here.
Yeah, that's. I mean, it worked out for him last time. He got a really good launch on that last restart. So I mean, it very well could work again for him on the outside or on the inside there. But Steven Luttrell, he's also known to be one that he knows how to time these restarts, and he's been getting pretty good with it throughout the season.
You'll have to forgive me, I might have been spacing out. Did you make a selection for this race, as far as the winner goes?
I don't think I ever did, but I mean, my hat is always on usually Sean Dunaway because he's just wicked fast.
We're on the same road together.
Absolutely, and here we go. We're back green flag racing once again here at Texas. Blair Holloman gets out to a really good early run, and Kensley Smith is trying to work around the inside now of Luttrell. Luttrell not able to defend very well there as they will continue to run side by side heading down here into turn number 3. And I believe Kensley Smith just very well could get it here on the front straightaway. But Luttrell, he's fighting back hard on the outside here, so I mean, it's very hard to put on a good line here. I don't know which line to always root for coming out of the corners. It's like that inside lane just has it through the corner, but coming out, man, it's just wicked, wicked fast.
Jordan's really worked his way back through the back already.
Yeah, Jordan Sailors in at number 39, back in the 6th spot now, right behind Truth Hope. as this battle here for second continues. Surprisingly, with these two, run side by side, I'm surprised that Holloman hasn't pulled out further than he already has. It's pretty much stayed consistent the last couple of laps, right about 0.3 to 0.4 seconds. So these guys are racing hard and able to keep the leader in their grasp. So that's saying something. And now right behind them, you got Jordan Sailors coming up on the inside of Sean Dunaway. He's looking to try to make a run here on Dunaway as well. But as of right now, Sailors got a roadblock in front of him from getting to the race leader. So it's going to be very interesting to see what Sailors will do here. A part of me keeps forgetting that Luttrell is not in the playoffs. As Smith gets way tight and back out of it, and he will fall from battling for second all the way back to that 5th or 6th spot now. And that's going to leave Stephen Luttrell now be able to start making his run here on your race leader. As Jordan Sailors, he begins to make his movements forward in front of Sean Dunaway. So it's going to be very interesting to see how long those two will run side by side. Man, it's pretty much side by side racing all the way back.
I think Tinsley heated up his stuff a little. It takes a lot out of the tires to keep holding it down off of 2, blow somebody else. Might see that here with the 39 in a couple laps.
Yeah, Truth Hope getting way up close to the wall there, almost lost it. But Jordan Sailors, he was finally able to get around Dunaway here. So we're probably going to see now, what those tires did to his machine running side by side like that with Dunaway. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens here.
He's definitely on a mission, and these guys need to win with the points as close as they are.
Yeah.
That 4 extra points for winning is critical, and right now it looks like Blair will probably get the most laps led bonus point. I don't want to count chickens before they hatch, but he's got quite a few already.
Yep. So currently Jordan Sailors sitting at 2,079 points as Holloman has issues. Did he? No. Wait. Oh, Holloman must have blinked out on me because I just saw him and my relatives go from 1st all the way back to like 16th. But Luttrell, he will take it over here. But as I was saying, Sailor's currently back in 8th in points with 2,079 points. So that's just about 24 points back behind Holloman. So, I mean, he could definitely use all the points he can get here. Sailor's now working on the inside of Holloman here.
Oh jeez, Blair just smacked the wall a little bit there. I don't think it's enough to hurt anything.
Yeah, he's pretty much kept it clean, that right side clean. So, I mean, it shouldn't hurt him too bad here.
Really lost his nose right there. The dirty air is pretty tough.
Yeah. And now this battle for the lead is starting to brew as Dunaway, he's able to get around Blair. Now Brandon Sanfilippo, he's working on trying to get around Holloman as well. So Holloman's definitely starting to struggle here late into this second run here as we are coming to start lap 50 this next time by. Looks like we're going for a 3-wide situation up here. Nope, Brandon Sanfilippo backed out.
Yeah, the thing about the penalties for causing yellows is he's already got one, and the next one's a drive-through, and that one really hurts. So he's got to be a little bit more careful now.
Yeah, definitely. But Brandon, he's more along the lines of, you know, a very clean driver. You know, we don't see many issues when it comes to that with him. So, I mean, everybody has their bad days.
Yeah, for sure. I think he's the driver I see up the track the most, I think, here tonight. So seeing him utilize the top of 3 and 4 quite a bit. More than I would think he'd be able to.
Yeah, definitely. And Branson, San Filippo, he just came up and gave Sailors a nice shove on the back straightaway, saying, "Hey, remember me," as they come out of turn 4. And Blair Holloman, he will continue to separate these two drivers from each other.
Looks like Brandon got into the back of Blair maybe a little bit there on entry. Got a little sideways, but...
Man, look at that troll machine getting a run out of turn 2. Side by side now with Holloman, and he will almost get him clear heading down into 3, but Holloman holding strong currently on the inside. But with that 12 machine just having a really good run on the front straightaway on all these straights, it's going to be tough to keep him up top. So just look at that 12 just flex his muscle there and just absolutely drives out of turn 2.
Looking to see how patient Brandon is here this time with...
I think that,
probably not very, but...
I think that little bump that we just saw there just might show it. But yes, we are now halfway here to the end of this race. Right now, Steve Luttrell has it, but Jordan Sailors and Brandon San Filippo, they are trying to come strong to take over the race lead, as Brandon San Filippo, he was able to drive around the outside of Sailors, and now here he comes working on the inside of Luttrell for the race lead. And out of turn number 4, it very well could be Luttrell at the line. You know, it's hard sometimes to remind myself that, you know, Steven Luttrell is not in the chase for this championship. As Brandon San Filippo, he kind of struggled there on that time on the exit of turn 2. Quickly getting up in front of the 32. The 32 almost turns him, but now they're going to run side by side once again for that second spot between Sailors and San Filippo.
I feel like Brandon might have gave him the bottom there, because, I mean, if you could be up top down this end, you're at an advantage, I feel.
Yeah, definitely.
Just a smart move.
You know, I don't really want to point it out, but that 32 machine blaking out once again on my end. So hopefully his internet could hold out for him. But right now, San Filippo's got Luttrell once again in his eyesight, as they are now flying here through turns 3 and 4. I'm sorry, 1 and 2. So, I mean, we're starting to come up on just about that time where these guys are going to need to come down and pit once again.
Yeah, and you know you need to pit twice, so we could see a variety of strategies about when those two stops take place. Maybe 2 tires at the end, or a splash, or
yeah,
you know, break it even, 4 tires each time. Who knows?
Yeah, so I'm actually looking here at the last time they all pit. It's alternating pretty well between 25 and 35 laps. Or on lap 25 and 35. So there's 10 lap different tires between some of these drivers. So some of them are going to have to start coming down very soon, while others, they can go just about 10 laps later, as it looks like Kensley Smith and Timothy Eisburn are down on pit road to get service.
Yeah, you would absolutely need to stop one more time if you're coming in now.
Yeah. Yeah, so Stephen Luttrell pitted on lap 25, where San Filippo pitted on lap 35. So Luttrell, he'll need to come down soon, but and then just about 10 laps later, you'll probably end up seeing that that number 12 machine come down of Brandon San Filippo.
Hearing the 32 coming in this time, but might be a whole parade of them.
And looking at who is currently in that fourth spot, well, now third spot, brother Alex has made his way up into the third spot now. He is on the same pit strategy as San Filippo, so he can go about 10 more laps than everybody else. But Alex Teft, he's moved up quite a bit here in this last run. "61 laps in the book now, starting lap 62. Stephen Luttrell, the number 36, he's finally coming down pit road to get some service on his machine. Sean Dunaway, he's down here on pit road as well. Blair Holloman. Barry Nelson, he's still down here on pit road getting service.
We were seeing about a 1.5 seconds of fall off, new tires compared to old tires, so I don't think these guys will want to stay out very long.
Yeah, definitely. Blair Holloman. Is he finally moving again? Yes. So Blair, I believe he might have got hit with a speeding penalty on entry, because he just sat in the pits for 1 minute and 26 seconds.
Yeah, that sounds like a 40-second hold.
Yeah, so he was in his pit stall for 55 seconds, so definitely not what Blair Holloman needed in that number 32 machine.
The line where you have to be at pit speed here, which I believe was 45, very early off the corner, can kind of sneak up on you.
Yeah.
There's some chatter about it before the race that it might nab a couple guys. If you haven't practiced, you might be a little alarmed by how soon you got to be at that speed.
Yeah, definitely. So Brandon San Filippo, he's on older tires, and Truth Hoke in that number 55 is on newer tires. And he is running just about 1.435 seconds faster than Brandon San Filippo. So that's just an incredible difference there.
Oh, it looked like there's some contact there between the 39 and 15. There was a slight hole underneath Kensley going into one there, and the 39 took it. And I think he might have hit his left rear a little bit, but looks like they're fine. Just rubbing his racing.
Absolutely. Let me take a look. Yeah, we're still... Oh, go ahead.
So yeah, sorry. It feels like a race where somebody's going to sneak up on us with a different strategy, maybe a splash and go or a two-tire call or something. Surprise us for the win.
Yeah, I mean, that's very well possible. And as of right now, looking at it, our top 7 have not come down the pit road yet. So we're still waiting for our top 7 to fully come down pit road.
if those guys can make it to about lap 70, 72, I'd be confident about them making it to the end, which I didn't expect.
Yeah, but we do got Patrick Millett and Alan Wild coming down pit road. Alan Wild hit with that speeding bug. And here comes Brandon Sanfilippo. He's going to bring his machine down pit road now. Blow it down there.
It feels like he's in the ballpark to be able to save and make it. Green-White-Checkered would definitely be out of the equation, but
yeah. Jonathan Stidham finally making his way back down. So that pretty much puts our top three now waiting to come down pit road. But as I say that, Alex Teft, he comes down pit road. Kirby Wainscott down, and I believe we might also see Troy Thomas down pit road as well, which we do. And the way it looks, that's going to cycle Stephen Luttrell out to our race lead, possibly.
Christian, do you have a stat on how many laps Alex ran that run? I'm curious if you could just run that amount again and make it here. There's about 4 or 5 of those guys that are in that boat that could potentially save and win this by not having to pit in extra time.
So they pitted 35. That might get them to the end. So, yeah, so just about 35 laps. We got now just about 33 laps to go now. So it's going to be extremely close, and those guys are going to be hollering for no cautions, especially at the end of this race.
Yeah, it's so close that those guys are gonna sputter somewhere, probably on the last lap. And we're not gonna know who's gonna win this thing. Draft's gonna be important. Like Dunaway right here. I mean, if you could just ride behind these guys and save fuel, that'd be perfect for those guys.
Yep. But you know Dunaway, he's not gonna wait, as he's looking to make a run all here on the 15. 15 trying to pinch Dunaway down on the white line, but not able to successfully do it. So Dunaway, he will get around Smith, and now Timothy Eisburn in that number 92 machine. He snuck his way up here into the top 6. Where the heck did Eisburn come from? As of right now, looks like everybody is pretty much spread out.
I'm trying to see where Alex blended back in. He was one of those guys on that strategy. I believe he went the furthest on fuel. So he's probably best case scenario, and he came out about 9 seconds behind the leader. I don't think new tires are going to be enough to make up for that extra pit stop or even come close. So these guys are really going to need a yellow to kill that strategy.
Yeah, definitely. But man, Timothy Eisberg, he has moved up 15 spots. He is now our biggest mover of the race at the moment. Oh, he's big loose out of turn 2. Timothy, stop listening to the broadcasted race. And into the wall he goes.
Broadcaster's curse.
Broadcaster's curse. Sorry, Tim.
I was just talking about a yellow too. I might have jinxed it.
Yeah.
but looks like we'll be able to stay green here.
Yeah, Timothy Eisberg in that Shaco LLC machine hard into the outside wall on the exit of 4 as he went dirt track racing in the infield. But we're going to move back up here to that 4th spot of Sean Dunaway. He is right there on the back bumper of Jordan Sailors as he is looking to try to move up to the top 3. And with Holloman all the way back now in that 18th spot, this is going to give Sean Dunaway, if they were to finish as is, I believe this might put Sean Dunaway out front for the final race of the season in the championship. I mean, I knew we were going to have a close battle here for the championship, Andrew, but I did not expect it to literally come down to the last race.
Yeah, that's still hard to tell. It feels like a whole bunch of people still have a shot next week.
Definitely. I mean, you know, if Sailors were to finish where he does, you know, that's going to bump him up, you know, up the standings. So he's going to have a really good chance here. Troy Thomas back at that 14th spot. He might fall a couple after the race if he doesn't move forward. But man, just this championship is starting to stress me out here, Andrew.
Yeah, San Filippo's right on the fringe. He really needs a good finish tonight. A win would be ideal to get him back within striking distance next week. I'm not sure if Troy on that fuel strategy. Maybe he can sneak one.
Troy Thomas, he last pitted.
Some contact down the back here. I just don't understand.
Yeah.
Hear Sean on the radio frustrated, and he should be.
Yeah, so Troy Thomas is actually pitted back on lap 70. And Steven Luttrell pitted back on lap 61. So there's a 9-lap difference there in tires. So it's going to be close. Whoever wins it, I think it's going to be close if we don't see a caution.
Not used to seeing Truth in gold, but looks pretty good.
Yeah, definitely. You know, he was actually in gold, I believe in one of our exhibition races, and he really rocked it out and got in the podium in that race. So I think moving over to gold might be his lucky charm. But here comes Sailors now working on the inside of Hook.
39 was really pushing off the bottom there.
Yeah.
Right front's probably pretty burned up for him.
Yeah, Sailors is definitely one of our aggressive drivers. As you see, Eisberg now working on the inside of these guys after coming down for repairs.
Yeah, he must have come down for some tires after that trip through the infield. He's flying.
Oh yeah, he came down and he spent 55 seconds as well down in the pits, so probably speeding on pit road for that one, but he's definitely hauling butt now on those fresh tires.
Just took the scenic route, that's all.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that. As you see that 57 of Aaron Roth coming out of the pits. Kensley Smith in that number 15 machine back out on pit road as well. He got speeding in pits as well, so the 15 having issues. Quite a few drivers are getting bit by that speeding bug.
San Filippo was about a lap or two shorter than the furthest goers there. I still think he could do it. I think he's the furthest guy up that's got a shot, but he's going to have to save harder than, say Alex. He's got to watch that gap.
Yeah. Yeah, so Brandon, he did come down on lap 69. So if he's easy and takes care of his stuff, he may have a good shot at winning this. Nope, he's going to come down pit road. Oh, this is Sailor's coming down pit road.
In pit road, I could do about 32. That was like just full blast, not saving by myself. Didn't have any draft advantage, but the pace does slow down, and I think that range would have extended a little bit.
Yeah.
So not exactly. It's going to be a surprise.
Yeah. At this point, it's definitely anybody's race at this point. I mean, I don't know.
It's amazing how cautions fall at that one particular point where this kind of thing can happen.
Yeah.
Entertaining, though.
Oh, definitely.
Sanfilippo is coming in, so I don't believe, right, he doesn't think he can make it.
Yeah. So with that...
Jeez, almost smacked the inside wall there, but
Yeah, so that makes me question, whoever ran all the way to lap 70, do you think they could make it? Because the first one on deck will be Alex Teft if he can make it or not.
I don't think he runs a clutch. I'm not sure of everybody. Clutch would certainly help you, especially in turn one. I think I could do it, it just wouldn't be very fast.
He does run a clutch, and he is clutching. So Sean Dunaway and Stephen Luttrell both now down pit road.
Mostly rolling into turn one anyway, so hitting the clutch there doesn't really affect your speed, your lap time, and just an easy way to save.
Yeah. And Patrick Millett is not rolling in the clutch at all. So if Alex works it right, he very well may gonna be very close here.
It could still be really close, especially if he runs out and starts sputtering.
Yeah.
He's not going to be able to run quick at all. You can see him, he's not really coming out of the corners at full speed all the way up to the wall. He's keeping it pretty low.
Yeah, I mean, as of right now, he's running maybe a second and a half off his pace, so... he's
in the back of the screen with Truth. Truth's about running him over. He's so fast.
Yes. So as of right now, yeah, Kirby Wainscott, he's up here. Jonathan Stidham, he's trying to hold on. So definitely a lot of these drivers right now, from what I'm hearing, they're all using the clutch except Troy Thomas, it seems.
I think what we're going to see is Alex leading the fuel strategy like he is right now, and I want to say Stephen Luttrell is leading the other one. Yes, last pit stop on 91.
Yep.
So Alex could potentially save up to that gap. He could give up a lot and still still be in front, but it's going to be a battle between the top 4 on kind of a game of cat and mouse on can you make it, can you not make it.
Yeah.
It's hard to tell who's using all their stuff and who's saving sometimes.
Well, I'm looking at the gap. Alex has gained just about 2 seconds on Troy. So Troy, he's definitely saving somehow, as he's fallen back now to 11 and a half back. So Kirby Wayne Scott, he's just now entering 3, and now Alex is entering 3, so there's almost a full lap, almost a full lap here between Kirby and Alex, who's first and third, so.
Gap's down to about 20 seconds between him and Steve.
Yep.
You could give up a lot more time, but if you start sputtering, that clock ticks pretty quick.
Yes. Man, if this race were to finish how it is right now, big points day for both Alex and Troy both.
Alex is going so slowly, he's not really getting a lot of draft assistance.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, this would be a big points day for Alex for sure. He's only sitting just about 14 points back. 16 points, something like that.
Yeah, right now 17, and Blair had a rough day.
Yep.
It's also up against Sean. Sean's a decent way ahead of him, so.
Yeah. Well, we got.
Sean's an 8, so that'd be a decent game if he can keep it.
Yeah. So we're coming around now to 4 laps to go this time by. 4 more laps for Alex Teft in that number 43 Racers Elite Toyota. Can he get it to get all the way to the end? The gap now between himself and Steven Luttrell is now 17 seconds. Coming out of turn 4 here, 16 and a half second separation. I don't think he's going to be able to unless if Alex Teft runs out. But then it's going to fall back, where he runs out of fuel. And then it all depends on if Troy Thomas runs out of fuel as well. So it's going to get very interesting here.
Stidham is saying he's going to run out. He pitted a lap sooner than those other guys.
Yeah. 2 laps left for Alex Teft in that number 43. Just 3 seconds now separates Troy Thomas and Steven Luttrell. Still a really good day, points day for Troy Thomas, even if Steven does get around him. The white flag is in the air now for Alex Teft in that number 43 machine. Really great race, only 1 caution. No, 2 cautions. And that 43 machine can't tell if he's slowing or not.
Not quite. I'm watching his RPMs.
Yeah, here he comes.
I think he's going to be able to safely roll no matter what.
Yes, out of turn number 4, ladies and gentlemen, your race winner, Alex Teft, in that number 43 machine, followed by, looks like Troy Thomas is going to be able to hold on to second. And right behind him, Stephen Luttrell in that number 36 machine. Brandon Sanfilippo will come in 4th, Sean Dunaway 5th. Jordan Sailors will bring it home 6th, Truth Hope 7th. Patrick Millett. Philip Archibald passed Wayne Scott for 9th at the line as Wayne Scott runs out of fuel. Let's see if Alex has saved enough to do a burnout. That's it. Okay, that's it. Oh, wait. He got a little bit in. All right. That's fair. Man, that was very intense. And from this standpoint, Andrew, I was stressed out because at this point, I didn't know who to look for.
Yeah, this is I did not predict this.
No.
Blair's penalty really opened the door for those other guys, and they really optimized. Alex and Troy were both kind of on the outskirts of being able to pull this off, and now they're right back in the contention. So I'm really excited for next week, and should see some pretty similar fun racing. It's Chicagoland, another mile and a half.
Yeah, definitely. Before we talk with our top 3, let's go ahead and take a quick look at our race results. Winning this race is going to be Alex Teft, with Troy Thomas, another good points day for both of those drivers there. So Troy coming in 2nd, Stephen Luttrell 3rd, Brandon Sanfilippo 4th, Sean Dunaway, Jordan Sailors, Truth Hope, Patrick Millett, Philip Archibald stealing 9th place away from Kirby Wayne Scott and that's your top 10. Jonathan Stidham, Kyle Hess, Chris Gotzel, Frank Chavez, Aaron Roth will round out your top 15. Blair Holloman, such a heartbreak there for him. Speeding penalty on pit road got him, and he'll finish 16th. Alan Wild as well with the speeding penalty. Timothy Eisburn had a very strong run until the commentators curse got him again. Sorry, Tim. Barry Nelson, Kensley Smith will round out your top 20. 21st is going to be Mikey Allen, and 22nd is Alex Gates. What an incredible run here, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to take a very, very brief commercial break. We're going to get our interviews set up, and when we come back, we'll talk with our top 3.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head to head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Texas Motor Speedway. I am Mike Taylor up here in the booth with Andrew Teft. Man behind the beautiful cams is Christian Hill. Andrew, we just witnessed 105 laps of excitement, sadness, stress, and the man that did it all right was going to be Alex Teft in that number 43 machine. But before we can get to them, we're going to go ahead and talk with the bottom two drivers of Troy Thomas and Stephen Luttrell. And we're going to start off with Stephen Luttrell in that number 36 machine. Stephen, this is Mike and Andrew up in the booth. Do you got a copy?
I do.
Stephen, man, what an incredible run for you here. You started back in, I believe, that 8th spot. You kept your nose clean. Stayed at top 5 most of the day. What was your plan at that time of that last pit stop to get you back up to 3rd? What were you hoping for there?
Well, I was hoping fuel wasn't going to be a factor. I hate fuel mileage races. Just pisses me off. I hate being the fastest car out there and then get beat by cars that are going slow on purpose. It's something about it just drives me nuts. I don't know. It's strategy. I get that. I just like being the faster car.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we're all racers, so we definitely understand that for sure. Once again, you made your way up here into the podium. You're shaking up the point standings to be a very good point battle here at the end. All around, just you've got really good pace, and at times I got to remind myself, man, why isn't Steven? Oh, yeah. Hopefully you can run the rest of the season, next season too, Steven, because man, you are wicked, wicked fast, and I definitely love to be talking to you, with the shot at the championship next season. But talk about next season. How is it looking for you for next season?
Well, I won't be running the Tuesday next season. I've got another pay league that group of friends that I've been racing with for a long time. So I'll be they're starting up here in about 3 weeks. So I'll be moving over there, but I am definitely going to be here Wednesday, Thursday, and Sunday next season. So we'll go for championships and all those.
Heck yeah, it sounds like a really good plan. Andrew, do you have any questions for Steven before we let him go?
Just good run. I think he did accomplish your goal of being probably the fastest car out there, and it's hard to believe that the one caution would fall at that one specific point where this kind of thing happens. But good run. We'll pass it back to you for your shout-outs.
Yep, that's the way she goes sometimes. I got to thank mom and dad, my wife, my kids, and you for putting this on, and the network, and putting it and broadcasting it so everybody can watch, and all my fans out there, and all the fans out there of this league. Anybody that's out there watching, thanks for watching.
Absolutely. Ladies and gentlemen, your 3rd place runner-up here at Texas is going to be Stephen Luttrell in that number 36 machine, and we'll see you next week at Chicagoland.
You bet. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's bring up 2nd place and your runner-up, Troy Thomas, the driver of that number 88 machine. Troy, Mike and Andrew up in the booth. Do you got a copy?
I got you, gentlemen.
All right. I'm going to sound completely mean here, Troy.
Be mean.
But, man, you had a crap start to this race. But, man, let me tell you what, you figured out how to bring it home under a fuel strategy. How was... Hang on, let me try to rephrase this. That last caution that when it came out, and it played out that you guys would be right there on the cusp of making it to the end. What were your thoughts for that last long green flag run that we had?
Praying for no caution, for one. And just praying I made it. Luckily, I ran out crossing the finish line.
Yeah, I was listening in, and Yeah, I don't think I heard you running a clutch. So that's definitely trying to.
No, I was clutching 1 and 2 every corner.
Oh, you were okay.
Yep,
So I
I was
just wasn't
clutching 1
riding
and 2.
along. So I wasn't riding along long enough for that. But man, just what were your thoughts coming to 5 to go? That's like my real question. Like,
No
I mean,
caution. And I had enough gas. I knew I had to make it. I just didn't want that yellow flag to fly. So that was, and I'm just going to say, you know what? If I can keep the gap between me and Latrell about a second a lap, I'll be okay. And luckily, it worked in my favor, so I'll take it.
yeah, definitely. Andrew, do you got any questions for Troy?
I'm just kind of flabbergasted. You had a great, first race of the chase, and then really put yourself right in the thick of things. And then last week I got a little bit worried. I think you had an 8th place finish, and this week here you are again. Managed to find a way to get yourself a 2nd place finish. And looking at some points for next week, some standings, and
Yeah.
got 11 guys within. I mean, not 11 guys. 5 guys within 11 points. Said
That's
that
awesome.
backwards.
Should be a good race.
You're only 2 behind going in. It's Chicagoland.
Ooh.
Everybody's so close. It feels like it's going to be whoever wins the race, probably. So, any thoughts going into Chicagoland?
Got to perform now. I mean, it's shut up time. Got to perform. I mean, that's all there is to it.
Well, congratulations. You've been running great, and we'll pass it back to you for your shoutouts.
Thank you guys for broadcast and everybody watching on YouTube who comes in every night. We have a race on, which is almost every night of the week. Andrew, you for everything you do. Plus, we have the Daytona 500 coming up on Sunday, so make sure everybody tunes into that. My wife for letting me do this, so I love her. Thank you, Tisha, and my teammates Truth and Barry for supporting. We lean on each other a lot, so just a good league to race with. Even though we get mad sometimes, but wouldn't trade it for anything.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, congratulations again on your 2nd place finish. We'll see you next week in Chicagoland, and very good luck to you on your chase for the championship.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, driver of that number 88 machine, Troy Thomas, and let's bring up brother Alex into the booth. Alex, Mike, and Andrew up in the booth. Do you got a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
Man, Alex, what were your thoughts? I'm going to just start off straight. What were your thoughts on having to split that last green flag run, and what was going through your mind with about 5 laps to go?
Well, saving fuel wasn't really on my, docket really. I noticed after, I came and pit on that last caution we had gotten. I think we only had like 10 laps or so on our tires, and I just figured why not try to do something different. Came in and got the tires, ran that run out as long as I could, and made up a ton of ground. Ended up leading a few laps or something like that, and then did the pit cycle, came out, and I had noticed in that first run that Troy was staving hard, and I figured he was going to try to one-stop it and make it the rest of the way. And when I came out after that pit cycle, I saw he was like 12 seconds behind me, and I was about 2 laps short, and figured I can save 2 laps before the end of the race, and with that kind of gap. So there on, I just started saving hard, clutching going into turn 1 real early, which is different for me because I'm not usually one who clutches to save fuel. So it was a bit different. Had to, a little trial and error at first, but yeah, mainly just staying disciplined. And with about 5 laps to go, I was just hoping I can get to that white flag as soon as I could, and it worked out.
Yeah, we saw you come back around and try to do a little burnout on the front stretch. That didn't work out very well. Just shows how much fuel you did have left in your car. Yeah, I mean, you when you came out that last time, you were actually 10 seconds ahead of Troy, and by the end of it, you were just around 12 seconds. So, despite all that saving, you definitely were running faster lap times than Troy. So, definitely really good run for you. This will move you up to tied for 3rd in the points, just 7 points back from Sean now. So, what are your thoughts heading into Chicagoland, and what's it going to take for you to bring home the championship next week?
Mainly, I'm just regretting having such a bad week last week, so I could have a better shot at this. But Chicagoland, it should be. I'm expecting it to be a very draft-heavy race, so just probably try to qualify good, which is not going to work out well for me because I never qualify good. And then just try to maintain track position, stay up front the whole race, and get those bonus points when I can, and yeah, and hopefully some people have some bad days.
Absolutely. And Andrew, do you have any questions for Alex?
Oh, nice job. Really put yourself back into contention tonight. No pressure. It looks like you're probably going to have to win Chicagoland next week and lead all the laps and get the fastest lap. But you've got a shot, and that's what matters. And are we going to see a different paint scheme next week? Anything new coming from KS Designs, perhaps?
Yeah, maybe I can touch base with Kensley and see about bringing something new. You know, actually, yeah, I might throw a curveball to the competition. You know, not expecting a bright orange thing in their rearview mirror.
Yeah, let's throw it back to you for your shout-outs. Congratulations.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, no, definitely. Thank you guys in the Racers Elite Network booth for putting on the show, and then thanks to League of Stuff, Racers Elite. Then yeah, might as well shout out Kensley while I'm at it too. The KS Designs, he can help you out with your paint needs. And then thank my friends and the viewers I watch all the time, and my wife.
Alrighty. Ladies and gentlemen, your race winner here at Texas, the driver of that number 43 Racers Elite Toyota, Alex Steff, congratulations on your race win here, and good luck next week in Chicagoland.
Sounds good. Thank you.
Just wrong room. Overall, just what a incredible race that we got to witness here at Texas. Final thoughts from you, Andrew, before we head out.
Just wow. This postseason's been a real roller coaster of ups and downs where Blair kind of fell out of it and got back in it, and now next week, who knows what the heck's going to happen. Saw a lot of action tonight. The racing should be pretty similar, being a mile and a half, and yeah, just excited to go into next week and see how it all plays out.
Yeah, definitely. Well, ladies and gentlemen, if you guys like what you saw here today, go ahead and check us out at racerselite.com. Check us out at Racers Elite Network as well. Next race, Chicagoland Speedway, same time, same place. We are in for an absolute treat. 6 drivers, 1 championship. I'm sorry, 5 drivers, 1 championship. It's going to be an absolute blast. On behalf of everybody here at Racers Elite Network, I am Mike Taylor with my good friend Andrew Teft, Christian Hill, the man behind the cams. We want to thank everybody so much for joining us again. If you guys want any information, check us out, racerelite.com. And until next time, ladies and gentlemen, always remember, no matter what you do in life, have fun doing it. And if it's not fun, well, go make it fun. Until next time, good luck everybody next week, and have a beautiful time zone.
Good night.